This is Inspire 2016 with your weekly tarot reading for the week commencing the 24th of August until the 31st of August 2020. The first card for you is representing, how do you feel about yourself? Your card is the Nine of Swords. Your experience of the world is greatly influenced by our expectations, desires, and fears, and therefore you are largely the creator of your own world, and your attitudes determine how you experience that world. The Nine of Swords can also reflect fear of the future, or what may possibly happen in the future. If you allow yourself to be bound by fear of the future, you are at risk of eventually creating a negative reality for yourself by virtue of your expectations. Your nightmare becomes your self-fulfilling prophecy, which is clearly not a desirable outcome. Generally, this card is an indication that you are worrying excessively about a situation. You are literally being kept up at night because you are so anxious about a particular issue. It is possible you are working yourself up unnecessarily, and, if you were to look at the situation more objectively, you may come to realize that it is not as bad as you are making it out to be. In fact, all that worry and despair is what is making it worse, so rather than fretting about it, do something to change it. Although most people experience fear, frustration and uncertainty at some point in their lives, you should not allow those negative emotions to immobilize you or keep you from pursuing your goals with enthusiasm and hope. Expect at least some level of uncertainty in the future, and draw upon your inner strength to remain as flexible and adaptable to that uncertainty as possible. The Nine of Swords can also indicate that you are being incredibly hard on yourself, putting yourself down or engaging in negative self-talk. For every mistake you make, you blame yourself and become worked up and angry at yourself for messing up again. So, ask yourself why you are being so hard on yourself. How are you putting yourself down, or what is the source of your depression? What can you do to make yourself feel better? The second card for you is representing, what do you want most right now? Your card is the Queen of Pentacles. What do you want most right now is for you to be able to live independently, with a stable income and with enough time and space to also nurture your family and loved ones. You may be trying to create a better balance between your home and work lives, giving it your all in both domains and trying not to compensate one for the other. At the same time, you are also able to find time to invest in yourself and ensure that you have enough me time in between all of your other commitments. The Queen of Pentacles represents prosperity and security. She suggests that you have worked hard to generate a level of financial or physical security which, in turn, gives you the ability to be generous with others and to share your wealth and prosperity with those you love. You have used your financial prosperity to build a comfortable home environment, and you are focused on investing in your family, as well as your personal wealth. This Queen asks you to maintain a compassionate, nurturing, practical and down-to-earth attitude when it comes to dealing with others and your present circumstances. You need to focus on creating a calm and balanced life for yourself. You need to be resourceful and practical, dealing with issues as they arise and coming up with realistic and simple solutions that fix the problem with minimal fuss. The Queen of Pentacles is also able to find a use for everything in the home, and is very handy and versatile. The third card for you is representing your fears. Your card is the Three of Wands. You are afraid that there may have been some unexpected delays and creative blockages to your path. There is disappointment and frustration, and a general feeling that you may have just wasted your time by even starting on this journey. What you may not realize, however, is that these setbacks are in fact an important part of your bigger life journey and will have contributed to your personal development anyway. You may also be struggling to put your plans into action, and you are now feeling worried that you have gotten in over your head and tasks appear overwhelming. You may have had a lack of foresight and were unable to detect the challenges as they arose, or you may have been unrealistic about the risks associated with your plans. Break down your plans into smaller tasks to make them more manageable and more realistic. Conduct a risk assessment ahead of time to understand what challenges you may potentially face, and then create mitigation plans to avoid or minimize those risks. This card may also indicate a lack of cooperation, wasted efforts, delays, or bad luck or obstacles from outside in commercial ventures. You may be dealing with a business partner or another business that is only out for their own material gain, and as such, you are at risk of being betrayed in your business pursuits. You may also find that there are shipping delays or product manufacturing delays, particularly if you rely on an overseas source as part of your business. You know that you need to be open to receiving help, but you are also concerned about others exploiting you for their own gain. In a relationship reading, the Three of Wands can indicate that there is a fundamental issue of not being able to pursue your longer-term goals together. Your partner may want to travel or to expand their horizons by moving interstate or internationally, but you may be reluctant to do so, putting an obstacle in your partner's course. This is becoming a major issue for the relationship. For the relationship to work in the long term, you need to work this out together and come to a compromise. The fourth card for you is representing what is going for you. Your card is the Page of Wands. You are experiencing a creative restlessness within you that is just waiting for some sort of expression, or you may be on the verge of some sort of discovery or new phase of life. The Page of Wands represents the sudden creative spark that comes to you, suddenly and unexpectedly, and that starts you down the road of a new creative vision. Thus, he encourages you to express yourself and your individuality with light-hearted abandon. Listen to your unconscious mind and follow your creative urges, even if you are worried about being the lonely voice crying out in the wilderness. With persistence and a balanced perspective, even the immature desires of the Page of Wands can be transformed into a beautiful creative vision that can change the world. Similarly, the Page of Wands indicates that you need to be positive and spontaneous but not overly impulsive. Your enthusiasm impresses others, but if you become impatient or quick to anger or lose interest, you will put others offside and you will waste time in your creative projects. With the Page of Wands, you are inclined to give anything and everything a go. If you are enthusiastic or passionate enough, you embrace the opportunity to start out on a new journey or project and see where it takes you. You do not necessarily have a solid plan in place, nor do you really know where you are headed, but you do know that you are excited about the possibilities. You are enjoying being busy and involved in various activities and projects. You like the freedom of being able to choose what you will work on today, and hopefully it is different from what you worked on the day before. Oftentimes, the Page of Wands is a messenger, bringing you inspiring or unexpected news, new information, or a welcome surprise. It may be the birth of a child, a new and inspiring idea that a friend has, or a new opportunity for you to be involved in to change the world, such as a community project. His news is nearly always positive and welcomed because it is often associated with change and creation. The fifth card for you is representing what is going against you. Your card is the Page of Swords. You are acting hastily, without thinking things through properly. You have a lot of energy behind you to get things moving, but the way you are going about it is not an effective use of your energy. Tackle things one at a time, rather than trying to deal with everything at once. This will lead to more meaningful outcomes. You might be all talk and no action. You have to be very careful of making promises that you know you cannot keep, or saying things that you may later regret. Before making a specific promise or commitment, ensure that you can and will deliver on it in order to maintain your integrity and reputation. Also, be wary of other people's commitments to you and put in place measures to ensure that they will deliver on what they promise to deliver. You may be trying to impress yourself with big stories about your past and your achievements that are not true. You are also beginning to annoy others by your constant questioning and challenging of ideas. While you may simply be trying to understand a situation or a concept better, there are more constructive and non-threatening ways to go about it. Use sentences such as, "Help me understand." Be conscious of how you may be coming across to others when you are constantly asking, "Why?" And only challenge or question those ideas that are really important to you, rather than challenging everything that is presented. Finally, you may be anxious that you do not have sufficient experience or knowledge to present on a particular topic, or you may be afraid of being the center of attention. Know that people simply want to hear your point of view, even if it is different from others. The last card for you is representing the likely outcome that you may have. Your card is the Page of Cups. There will be a positive message or news from loved ones. Your unconscious mind is also trying to speak to you, possibly through your dreams or through synchronistic encounters with significant people. The message to be taken is that you must be open to the unexpected, occasionally bizarre impulses of the creative spirit and not shut out inspiration simply because it does not fit in with a rational point of view. The Page of Cups may also be an indication that your intuition is very sharp and you may receive messages from your unconscious mind. You may be more inclined to act on a hunch or have a psychic experience. This is a good time to trust your intuition and your gut feeling. Often, the Page of Cups heralds a positive message or news from loved ones. You may hear about the birth of a child, an engagement or marriage, a wonderful ideal plan, pregnancy, a new relationship, travel plans, etc. This positive message is unexpected but welcomed, and you are likely to respond to the news or message in an emotional manner. You are more likely to show or express your emotions now. You may be more emotional or moved by simple things. Do not be afraid to let your feelings show and to wear your heart on your sleeve. It is okay to be sentimental and romantic. Let your heart lead the way. Last but not least, the guidance card for you is Focus on your priorities. You received this card because the angels are trying to help you to stay on track with your priority projects. You've been distracted as the ego tries to pull you away from your divine destiny. This card is a call for you to detox from distractions and get to work. You were born to fulfill functions that bring peace to earth, and it begins with being at peace with yourself. The fastest and most effective way to feel peaceful is to align your actions with your beliefs. That means walking your talk, or only doing things that are meaningful to you. Perhaps your distractions have stemmed from work or family obligations. It's important to remind yourself that taking care of yourself is also one of your primary responsibilities. Fortunately, you can make a lot of progress by devoting consistent time to your priorities. Even 30 minutes a day can result in a masterful accomplishment. You do have 30 minutes a day available, if you purge your schedule of non-essentials.
I hope that you enjoy everything, and if you like the reading, just please click subscribe and you will get instant notifications every time we publish a new video right to your YouTube. Thanks.